Tweet Fun
Back
Fact.
with Tweet Fun Fact, and Atticus is going to get us started off. You pulled up a really interesting tweet that we saw before that I think is just absolutely hilarious. Actually, no, mine is hilarious, but yours is interesting from like a TV perspective.
The first yellow first down line premiered 15 years ago today.
Dang.
You know what? I love that thing. I mean, I will have... You know, they usually say it's unofficial, but it's very official.
It's on point.
It's on point, just as you said. And 15 years ago today, happy birthday, Yellow Line.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
first down yellow line that you see on TV. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
I got the next tweet fun fact. NASA, sometimes when they need a spare part, they go on eBay. There's your fun fact for the day right there. You got it's the birthday of the yellow line in the NFL, and also NASA, hey, when they need a microwave, they'll go online. When they need to fix something up with a rocket, I guess, with their ships, they go on eBay. That's pretty fun.
I wonder how much,
How much?
go for on eBay.
That's actually, you think about that, and that comes off, the Fun Facts Twitter handle. You think about it, that's actually kind of scary. The things you can build off of parts on Twitter. If you can build a fully equipped aeronautical space something, like you think about the Voyager recently. It was the first ever vessel, or not vessel, machinery to leave our solar system. And you can build something like that with parts off of eBay. I guess you can really build anything. That's kind of scary in reality.
I mean,
Think about that.
What was the profile name, the eBay name that you bought from, Neil Armstrong 72 or something like that?
Right.
All right, enough goofing around. Let's get into some MLB action. Of course, now we can start one of two ways. We can start with the playoffs starting, or we can start with the legendary career ending.
I say legendary career ending.
I like that start. I mean, last night was, of course, the last home game in Yankee Stadium this year, meaning that was the last home game of Mariano Rivera's career, who has announced that he will retire at the end of the year. Everywhere he's gone, he's been given gifts. At the last game of the series, the Yankees had a nice ceremony for him on Sunday, but last night was his last official game pitched in Yankee Stadium. And it was so touching. I almost cried, and I hate the Yankees as much as I hate the dentist.
Are you a crier? Are you a crier? I know John's a crier. Are you a crier?
I am not.
I'm a crier.
I am not a crier, but I won't cry if somebody.
You're a softie.
I am soft.
I bet your girlfriend, when you guys are watching chick flicks and stuff like that, she's the one giving you comfort and bringing out the Kleenex. Okay.
Once. And I'm not going to say the movie, but that only happened once. All right. No, I cry sometimes. Sometimes you have to. Especially if a legend like Mariano Rivera is leaving. He's part of my childhood.
Well,
as much as everybody else.
He's part of my nightmares. Please.
For me, if it was David Ortiz, I might shed a little tear.
Yeah, I'd be pretty upset.
I'm not really a Yankees fan, so.
Shay, are you a guy that's gonna cry? When you got something emotional going on in your life, are you gonna cry?
I'm not really a crier.
You're not a crier, right?
Not a crier.
I'll cry at baseball games. I won't cry at funerals. I don't get that, but whatever.
I remember in 2006, I was mad bummed and on the verge of tears back in 2006 when John Lester was diagnosed with cancer. Papelbon's shoulder popped out, and I think David Ortiz had irregular heartbeats, and it could have ended his career. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's every jersey I have in my drawer. And as well, I mean, it's part of your childhood, and that's tough. But Mo last night, that was, you said, a Cal Ripken moment. Joe Girardi went out to the crew chief last night. I read the tweet on this, that they said, can a player go out and, go on the mound and take Mo out if need be? And can they interact? And they said, yeah. And then the next question was, can two?
Yeah.
And so Pettit, Jeter were both a part of that moment. Of course, they've been longtime teammates with him. And that was just
they pulled Rivera.
That's an all-century moment right there. That's phenomenal.
It was so amazing. In case you missed it, you got to YouTube it or something. You got to go on MLB.com and look at the highlights. But, like Mike said, Andy Pettit and Derek Jeter came walking out with 1 out left in the 9th inning. Andy Pettit, did the did the arm thing, calling for the lefty or the righty. I forget who. It was Daly. I'm not sure what he is, lefty or righty. Reliever that relieved him. But, they came out. Jeter said it's time to go. And Jeter took the ball, and then Mariano Rivera bear hugged Andy Pettitte and weeped into his arms. Like, I'm sure Andy Pettitte was wearing that thick sweatshirt. I'm sure he can feel the water going through. And it was so
I'd cry
touching.
too.
It was so touching.
We're softies.
We are softies.
I'd cry. Yeah, that's huge. Because you think about it, he's got more than 600 saves. He's got countless. If we could look it up right now, how many saves does he have in the postseason? I don't want to say, like, I have a number in my mind, but I want to be right about this. We got to pay tribute and respect on this. Endless appearances in the postseason. 5 world championships. We're not going to see a closer like him again. And in this regard, throws really only 2 pitches. He throws that 4-seamer in the cutter, which is as eluding and as mysterious as the Bermuda Triangle.
Everybody knows what it's going to do. It's just they can't hit it.
Yeah. It breaks your bats. Some of the gifts that they've given out this year, my favorite was the rocking chair man of broken bats.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
The chair of broken dreams given to him by Minnesota. That was awesome. But, again, he is a legend. And let's not forget, this was also Andy Pettitte's last home game. Like, he didn't pitch, but it was his last game in front of the fans. And he's another one of the main core 4 members, which, of course, was Jeter, Pettitte, Rivera, and Posada. And it was nice that he came out because then he gave a tip of the cap to the crowd because they had "Thank You, Andy" up on the big screen. And Andy Pettitte he's won 19 postseason games.
Yeah, it's the record.
Yeah, so he was very important in the Yankees' success within the 90s and the early 2000s, and just along with every one of those members from the core 4.
And to answer your question, Mike, his number of postseason saves is jersey number 42.
It's 42?
Yeah.
You couldn't written like that. That's like a movie script. Yeah. But the biggest question besides those wild card spots that still need to be sealed up, will Mo Rivera in Houston, Texas, the final 3 games of his career, will he make an appearance in center field?
That Girardi did say that he very well could. I don't know about that.
They have nothing to lose.
I mean, they don't have anything to lose. And, of course, going back to last year, Mariano tore his ACL while...
You can't have him go off that way. If he goes out and plays center field and your indelible image of how he ended his career was the knee just bent the wrong way because the cleat got caught, what do you do? But, hey, let's open the floor. What do we think about this? Should Mo Rivera be able to play center field against Houston, the last series of his career?
Maybe like the second to last game. I don't want to see him the last game just frolicking out in center field. I want to see him pitching the last game.
I want to see him play in center field and then come in to get the save.
That'd be nice.
That's what I want to see.
Roger McDowell.
That would be so sweet.
From the mid-'80s Mets. But Mariano Rivera, he's not a big... he's one of he goes out there every day during batting practice, shagging fly balls, like with the rest of the pitchers, but I think he likes it more. That's why this even was brought up. But I think they should put him in center field and Billy Crystal in left field. Remember how they had him play that one spring training game?
But Billy Crystal didn't get to play the field. He got one spring training at bat, right?
I think he went to a full count. I'm not sure about that. I think he saw more than 3 pitches is what I'm trying to say.
That'd be really cool if he went and played center field. They just inserted him in the 8th inning and then the 9th. He came out from center field.
That would be really cool.
I don't think they would do that, though, because that's the whole point. You go warm up in the bullpen, then you play Sandman, then you come through the gates, and then he does his little skip, and he just runs in, right?
That's true. Of course, he probably will need to warm up in the bullpen sometime. But, I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened. I think it'd be cool. It hasn't happened to Mo, but I think it'd be cool to have a pitcher come in from center field and just throw on the mound. Now, enough about Mariano. I'm sorry, Yankee fans, but he wants to go. He's going to go, and he rode off in the sunset. Maybe not on the playoff mound, but they did the best he could.
It's like